and welcome to the Season 60 SMJHL Awards. I am your host, Agent Smith, and joining me is a face from last year, a voice from last year. Trashy, welcome back.
Yeah, much like last year, it is Trash A. The
Trash A.
AE makes it classy.
That's right. I forgot. That's my bad. Are
It's
you
fine. Also, I have a face for radio, so good
Oh,
for this show.
that's good. That's good, I guess. Are you ready for these awards? We got some really good noms this year, I think.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Let's get to it.
Alrighty. First, we've got our team awards. These are the regular season awards. So, a big congratulations to our four-star Cup champions, the Newfoundland Berserkers, who also managed to take home the Eastern Championship and the Lorifer Trophy with. I'm pretty sure this is the best record in the J in history. 56,
So,
7, and 3.
here's the fun fact I was telling you when we're getting ready. It is not only the best record in the Java in just sheer points, it's also the best point percentage we've ever had in the FHM era of the J.
That's
Um,
absolutely incredible.
yep, that record was actually set season 53 Detroit. So the very first season of FHM is how long that one stood.
Yep. Well, and I know last year was it Kelowna had an incredible run, had some records set, and then Newfoundland this year just decided to smash all of them.
Yeah,
So
it was a berserker smash for
yep.
sure.
And then definitely can't forget our Western champs, Anchorage. Congratulations to you guys. Had an incredible run through the playoffs this year. So congratulations to you as well. We'll move on to our individual awards. Our first is the Jared Hansen Award. It goes to our scoring champ, Macris the Tater Jaeger. Tater's WC from the Vancouver Whalers had 73 points this year, which is incredible. His 46 assists is a little mind blowing, I think.
Very much so. I don't want to spend too much time on him now because I imagine he'll come up later.
That's right. He's definitely a name we're going to be seeing later. Uh, our goals leader, the Roberto Martucci Award, goes to Alexis Saint Michel, Kenito Minara, also from the Vancouver Whalers, who had 38 goals. Very impressive. Um, let's see. He led goals by
It was like
six.
six. Yep.
Six goals over the next player, which is just uh, incredibly impressive. Our playoff points champ was the Ronan O'Keefe Award goes to Rick Charlesworth from the Newfoundland Berserkers, who had 19 points, which was more. I'm pretty sure more than a point per game. Just absolutely
Yep.
incredible.
Yep.
Blistering
Newfoundland
pace.
took 16 games to get there. Yeah, you had 19 points in 16.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
An
Very
absolute
impressive.
incredible showing from him during the playoffs. And last but not least, we have our Matt Lewis Flood Trophy for the top team save percentage, which goes to Podan Podanovic and Monster the Doctor from the Detroit Falcons, who had a 920 save percentage, which I'm pretty sure was like point .05 or .07 better than the next pair, which is pretty impressive. Let me see if I can find
That's
it.
yeah. That's not a note that I took. But it's also I mean it's impressive. Like it shows Detroit struggled this season, but like the two of them were
Yep.
absolutely not. It's just some of their skaters were struggling, but Detroit was absolutely rock solid in net.
Yep.
Um,
The next closest to Detroit was Newfoundland, who as a team had a .911 or .912. So they were not quite as good, but still pretty impressive.
no,
So
yeah,
so
that's
props to the Falcons goalkeepers for sure.
that's Yeah, that's a massive margin to lead for save percentage. So
Yeah,
good on you guys.
yeah. We'll move right into it. We actually have 4 noms for the Alex Light Trophy this year for Most Improved Player. Our 4 nominations are Mikhail Novikov from Anchorage, Makris the Tater Jaeger from Vancouver, uh, Evgeny Petrov, a goalie, the Newfoundland goalie, and Gonzo Gobbledygook from Colorado. How do you feel about seeing a goalie up here?
I I think it's absolutely worth it. I mean, digging into his numbers, he was right around a 500. I mean, only look at wins, which obviously not it's not a solo stat, but to go from winning about half his games last season to about 85% of the time this season,
Hmm.
with twice as many games played, like it is. I absolutely belongs up there. That's a massive jump.
Yep. Yeah, he won almost 3 times the amount of games he won last year, which is just mind blowing that he was able to make. Now, the team in front of him improved an incredible amount compared to last year, but uh, they the goalie play was absolutely incredible. Uh, Gonzo, his first season, his rookie season, he had 16 points, and then this year hit 52, which is just or 50 23 goals. That's 56. So that's pretty impressive in the jump there of a 40-point jump from rookie to sophomore season.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, obviously, kind of expanded on playtime, but also I really on for Gonzo. The impressive thing to me is 25 of those points were on the power play. So on the power play alone, beat total rookie production.
Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely incredible. And not to ignore somebody else's power play, but both of our other players had 20 more than 25 points on the power play, which um, you have Mikhail's 30 power play points and Makris's 26. Also, both very very impressive. And
I
Makris is also his power play production this year also outproduced his or his last season's point total. So it's definitely what you look for in most improved is that big of a jump for sure.
Yeah, no, no, it's very impressive across the board. Although my pick, I'm actually going to go with Evgeny on this one.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's just playing 2/3 of the season and having 6 losses.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, just that's a massive jump
Yeah,
in just
absolutely.
winning, let
Uh,
alone going under 2 goals against, having several shutouts.
for sure. I have to say that uh, the stat from Macros that sticks out to me, I think, is that his ice time compared to last year didn't change.
Yep, it actually
So,
went down a couple
so
seconds.
the fact that he had that much improvement, I think, stuck out to me, and it definitely stuck out to our awards committee. Congratulations, Macros, the Tater Jaeger, on winning Most Improved this season.
Yeah,
Congratulations to you.
absolutely. I honestly can't fault for that because that's also a historic season
Yeah,
in the FHM area.
yeah.
Like that
Vancouver
is,
looked dominant this season. If Newfoundland hadn't had such an incredible season, Vancouver would be the one we're talking about here. I think um, winning all of the team awards. So big props to Macris. And
yeah,
we'll
absolutely
move
well
on
done.
to the Zach Miller Trophy for most dedicated player. Now this is usually goes to the user and not to the player. Um, but not everyone knows the usernames. So we've got Marcel Beck, it's Bytor, who plays for St. Louis. Narboza Many Hands, Nyumba Yangu, I think is how you say that, from Vancouver. And Melvin Majestic Moose Schwarznar from Nevada. all three of these users are absolutely incredible. Um, they've all put out a ton of media, um, or in the case of Narboza, they've stayed in character for I think is now 4 seasons in the
Yeah,
J.
no,
He's not broken
it's
character once, which is just absolutely incredible. Um,
absolutely love to see it. And one side note, in addition to the media for Bytor, just being a head office intern
yeah,
as we're going through a Reddit recruitment,
yeah,
that is, I do not wish that upon
yeah,
anyone,
and
but
a
it's
huge
absolutely
shout
well
out
done.
to the other intern, Nate Does Hockey. He and Bytor have been the front face of the recruitment on the site. So big props to them for helping us bring in an incredibly large class. So um, and then we have Narboza. For those of you who don't know, his player Narboza Many Hands is an alien, and he uses 4 of his arms or 2 of his 4 arms. I can't remember if he has 4 or 6 off the top of my head. That uh, to play hockey, and he's here learning about humans and playing hockey, and his character and his media are always rock solid, and I love having him in not only San Francisco's locker room, but apparently in Colorado's locker room, he's not broken character yet. So absolutely huge to be sticking to this character for almost a calendar year now.
Also, Pythonic has clarified 6 arms, 3 on
3 on
each
each
side.
side. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So huge for him to be able to stick to that. It's huge props to him. And then our last nominee, Melvin Majestic Moose Schwarznar, has been an absolute force on the site. If you've seen any of the cute team emojis or images, those have all been from her or him. I don't actually know.
Them.
Um, you know, already over $100,000 in the bank in just one season. Um, you know, together with the Moose, the player or the user. But Schwarznar has really been the driving factor. Does more graphics, but her media and the just the presence on the site, uh, just an absolute dedication, which is really what you're looking for in this award, right?
Yeah, and so actually in my notes, just next for this award, all I have on Schwarzar written down is $124 million in 3 months. Dot dot dot. Damn.
Yeah, yeah, no,
That
absolutely,
is.
yeah, absolutely insane. A lot of graphics works, but also some incredible media. If you haven't read
Mhm.
any of Schwar's media, I highly recommend it. Very well written, very well done with the research and everything. So, who do you think is going to take
Almost.
this one home?
Um, Having been as a former member of the J head office, I know this was already decided before Reddit recruitment went up, but I just need to give it to Bytor.
You think so?
After seeing all these approvals that have been going through the past few days, it was already decided, but like I just got to go there.
Yeah, yeah, and I think for clarification, I think in the past 48 or 72 hours, the class has almost doubled, if not tripled in size from the Reddit post, which is you love to see it. You love seeing that kind of engagement, and so props to Bytor and Nate for handling that on the back end. The award committee would like to present Schwarznar with the most dedicated, the Zach Miller Trophy this season. Congratulations, Schwarz. Very well earned. Your contributions to the site do not go unnoticed. Congratulations.
Yeah, and again, very well deserved. There's any one of those three. Same with most improved. Any one of those 4 guys or players. Um, I can't fault it, but I am 0 for 2 so far.
That's all right. There's plenty of awards left. You'll get some. I guarantee it.
All right, there's hope.
That's right. All right, moving on. We've got the Nor Harak Award for the best GM duo. So it's not surprising to see uh, our two four-star cup finalists here. in GWD Johnson and Wearing a Bear, and Namlet and Juke. And then we also have the Vancouver Whalers GMs who uh, the team just played absolutely incredible this year. Dexteria and Pythonic. You can see their team records here. Not a team, not none of these teams had less than 45 wins. Absolutely incredible. And as we've discussed earlier, the Berserkers with their record-breaking season. Vancouver right behind them. Anchorage also, that push to the push to the finals, just absolutely incredible from all three teams.
Yeah. I mean, I believe last season, when during this award show, I specifically called out that I really like what Newfoundland's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they just went on to have an absolutely historic season. So I'm gonna go Newfoundland for this award, just because I hate it because I'm co-GM in Kelowna, but I love to see it just from a team building perspective what they've done. Really impressed.
Yep.
But also just some stuff for Gabe and Wearing a Bear. I mean, it sucks they haven't won it, but final appearances in 3 straight seasons.
Yep.
That's not easy to do. That is also incredibly impressive.
Yep. Especially with how much turnover the J sees every season. You're definitely to have 3 consecutive appearances is incredibly impressive. And I'd also like to shout out Vancouver, who last season finished 10th in the league, and then this season turned it completely around and finished second. If like I said before, if Newfoundland hadn't had their record-breaking season, this would be Vancouver, having all of this, hype about them. So just an incredible turnaround from those GMs. Way to build the team. Have a few good drafts and just really stick it to them.
Yeah, impressive all around. Although I like to point out that Vancouver hasn't really made it past the second round. In fact, in 2 of the past 3 seasons, they've lost to the Knights in the second round.
True. Yeah. No. It's they've not had the strongest showing in the postseason. The regular season looks super strong, and then just something, it happens. They just go cold at the wrong time, or the tactics just don't work out. But it's hard to put your nose up at the regular season dominance from them. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. I had to say that as a Knight GM, especially being in the same division. But
yeah.
very very fun to see what's happening in
Yeah.
Vancouver as well. The improvement. Hopefully, let's take it the next step up next season.
For sure. So you think Newfoundland's gonna win this one?
I don't see how they don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
And the awards committee agrees with you. Their dominant season gives the Newfoundland Berserkers GMs the win of the Norharak Award this season. Congratulations to Namlet and Juke. Very, very well earned.
Oh, okay, 1 for 3. That's
Hey, there you go. There you
that's
go.
better than the Knights' point percentage this past season. So I'll take it.
Oof.
It was a down year for us.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. All right, our next award is for the top defensive forward, the Brandon Holmes Trophy. This one goes out to any of the forwards who have very impressive defensive stats, not necessarily as impressive goals wise, but your high hits, your high shot blocks, your good takeaway percentage, that kind of thing. So we've got 3 nominations this season. We've got Villa Curry from Anchorage. We've got Ryuji Kawashima from Anaheim, and Nikolai Ayerzov from St. Louis. What do you think about these guys?
So Ryuji and Vila, first thing I look for just as a defenseman for this award is that takeaway to giveaway ratio, and then kind of I start diving into some of the other stats.
Yep.
But both of them were very positive. Nikolai was like 1 shy of being even, so like that's a wash.
Yep.
So across the board, if you take the puck away more than you turn over, that's all you could ask for.
Mm-hmm.
From baseline. But outside of that, I mean, all three of these guys, they honestly have kind of similar profiles of just pretty solid shot suppression.
Hmm.
And obviously, you want to have more goals for than goals against when
Right,
you're on the ice.
right.
Yeah, so I like them all. I really do. But like for my pick for the award, I just the 19 minutes time on ice, the fact that he was able to maintain, or Ryuji was able to maintain it over a larger body of work, and also had two shorthanded goals on the season.
Yep,
So team trusted him to actually, shut down the opposing power play, and he did that and so much more
yeah.
with the shorties.
And for me, I think what sticks out the most is the huge number of hits and shot blocks for Curry.
Yep.
I think you look at Kawashima, he only has 13 hits, less than 60 shot blocks. And then you look at Yerzov, and you see 59 hits, 70 shot blocks, an even giveaway takeaway ratio. I just think that Curry really stands out in the fact that he was able to play so aggressively, and his team you know did so well. So
Yeah.
I think
No.
that's what really stands out to me.
Yeah, I agree. And Curry of the three, in terms of just like the shot suppression, very much also did the most to disrupt the opposing offense.
Yep.
I love seeing shorty goals, and just 19 minutes time on ice to do all that. I'm still sticking with Ryuji.
That's fair. That's fair. The committee is proud to give the award for the best defensive forward to Villa Curry this season. Their opinion on shorthanded goals not quite as strong as yours, I think.
Fair enough. I mean, it is points, so it's a weird defensive forward thing, but I really feel like shorthanded goals.
Yep. That's fair.
I love them.
That's fair.
Um,
Huge congrats to Curry this
yeah,
season.
absolutely. Well done.
Yeah, very, very well played. Move on to our
Yeah.
next one, our best defensive defenseman, the Alexis
Oh,
Metzler Trophy.
my favorite award.
Oh yeah, I love this award. We have our three nominees this season are Eero Makala from Carolina, Arturs Tumobs from Anaheim, and Jean-Luc Zidane from Anchorage. What do you see from these guys?
So you were talking about hits last time. Zidane to have 222 hits.
Yeah, just absolutely insane number of hits.
Um, oh shoot, I'm completely blanking on one of the Petrovs that spent some time in the J that was
Boris,
putting
I'm
up.
thinking is
Yeah,
who you're thinking
Boris
of. Boris
was
Petrov.
was of just the ridiculous hit totals out there.
Yeah, yeah, I think he
Um,
had like 300 something, which is just nuts. But 222 hits is definitely nothing to shake your stick at. It's or maybe it is something to shake your stick at.
yeah, so that, I mean, that's the first stat that sticks out to me, but also looking at the other guys, I mean, he had the 45 penalty minutes that come with all those hits.
Yep.
But that Arturs had pretty even on the hits and the shot blocks.
Hmm.
And then Eero, Michaela?
I think it's
That's
Michaela, but
okay.
I don't know.
This is why you should look up pronunciation ahead of time, folks. But so yeah, as defensive defensemen, all three of these guys were absolutely shut down. Like Jean-Luc Zidane had less than 25 shots against per 60. This is why I should have written down exactly what it was. But both the other two guys were playing 2 minutes plus a game,
Yep.
shorthanded. But I got to go with Eero with 13 to 33 giveaway to takeaway
Yeah,
ratio.
that's
Such a key
absolutely
stat to me.
that's absolutely insane. That ratio is so good compared to literally anyone else in the J. I'm pretty sure he had one of the best, if not the best, giveaway takeaway ratio in the J. So that's absolutely huge. Especially none of these guys played less than 20 minutes a night, but you have Eero playing more than 21. and two mobs playing more than 22, just like this is an absurd amount of time on the ice for all of these guys. So, um, yeah, absolutely fantastic play from all of them. But the award for the best defensive defenseman this season goes to Arturs Two Mobs.
Okay, well done.
Congratulations, Arturs. Yeah, huge play from you this season. So, yeah, great season.
Yeah, no, very well deserved. There have been, except for the top GM, none of these awards have been like this. So and so should definitely have it. I like the parity we have for some of the
Yeah,
awards.
I think that Eero and Arturs definitely were neck and neck for this one. But yeah, the arguments that happen in the awards committee are secret for a reason. So
Absolutely, I'm not even allowed to know them.
that's right. All right, moving on. We've got the Kila Agante Trophy for best defenseman. So this one's more. You're not looking so much at defensive stats. You're looking at this usually turns into which defenseman had the most points. However, you definitely do take into account, if you're scoring well but you have abysmal defensive stats, then you're not going to be really considered because it's, still a defenseman. So you got to be able to play both ways.
Yeah, and so on that front, yeah, all three of these guys were, I mean, decently short, but like up close to a point per game, which in the Teddy Murphy's illustrious career has never finished. Actually, one time I finished the season at half a point per game.
Yeah, that's
um,
right.
yeah, and all three of them had massive contributions on the power play with
Hmm.
what no fewer than 17 power play points across the three of them.
Yep, no less than 235 shots with Balsers breaking 300 shots
Yeah,
while still
uh,
getting 100 hits. That's just absolutely insane for a defenseman.
yeah, and so it's actually just talking about Balsers is my pick for this award. Because in every situation, was able to contribute to the team,
Hmm.
and just it was a big reason that Newfoundland was winning day in and day out.
Yeah,
And yeah, just I'm going with Balsers here.
yeah, that's fair. You know, he's only second in the league in defenseman points behind Good, so like you still have that, but more shots, more hits, fewer takeaways, but that's fine. And I think that what do we see from young boy that sticks out? I think that his 8 penalty minutes compared to the rest of the team. He still had 13 goals and 40 assists, so he's not like he's slacking on the points department. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's well, that's I mean, to quote James Harrison, your best ability is availability. So yeah,
that's right.
keeping yourself on the ice um, is absolutely a big part. I mean, going into some of young boys' more advanced stat. I mean, the goals for relative to goals against, it was 4 goals for per 60 relative to 2.1 goals against per 60.
Hmm.
It's like a massive. I mean, all three of these did, but calling out young boy specifically here, absolutely. It wasn't the ice just wasn't tilted. It was very much just completely flipped on its head whenever it was on the ice in Vancouver's favor.
That's true. Yep. So you think that Balsers takes this one?
Yeah, I do. I do think it's Balsers.
And the committee agrees with you. Congratulations to Alexander's Balsers from Newfoundland on your Kila Agante trophy. Very well deserved, very well earned. And not all that surprising in a season where Newfoundland just absolutely dominated.
Yeah, I mean they had stars all over the roster, but definitely Balsers stood out on D.
Yep, yep.
Not just relative to the team, relative to the league.
Yeah, for sure. All right, our next one, our Cedric Robinson trophy for our best goalie. Do any of these names surprise you? We've got Evgeny Petrov from Newfoundland, Olaf Karsico from Vancouver, and Zen Rosa from Anaheim.
No, absolutely not. They were all above a 9-10 save percentage. Petrov already came up. We are talking about him for most improved player.
Yep.
But also Olaf Karsico, just real casually had almost 40 wins,
Yeah.
which was more than Evgeny Petrov.
Right.
Granted, it was more games played, but still, it's led the league in wins.
Yep.
Um, and then, yeah, Zen Rosa also. It's just Anaheim. That I mean, they had a fine season, but I think that it's another situation where, like Detroit, with the top save percentage goaltending duo, Zen Rosa was a massive part that Anaheim was able to find success. Without Zen Rosa, that team does not do as well as they did.
Right. Yeah, and I have to say that all of these guys had fantastic seasons, but we had some goalies that, if you look at the stats, had some better seasons, but they're inactive. So unfortunately not able to honor those guys. They had good seasons, but you got to be here to get your awards. So it's a lesson to be learned for sure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely great seasons from all of these guys. Anaheim had a bit of a rough season, but Rosa stood tall in the goal, and a 911 save percentage is nothing to be ashamed of. That's absolutely incredible, especially when facing over 2,000 shots in a season. That's
Yeah.
just mind
That is
blowing.
the stat that sticks out to me about Rosa is just
Yeah, yeah,
that many shots, but still posting a 911.
right. Yeah, like I mean, Petrov had a better save percentage, but he faced 1,000 less shots. Like,
Literally half. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, so it's great to see his good save percentage, but how much work was he actually doing? 1,000 shots is still a lot, but not compared to the rest of the league when you really take a look at it. So
Yeah.
who do you think takes this one?
I'm gonna go with Carsico. Uh,
Okay.
I mean, he had pretty decent shot volume. With the 912, but Carsico's the key stat for me is the 8 shutouts, which is more
That's
than
yeah,
the other two we have listed here combined.
yeah, absolutely
Uh,
incredible.
yeah, so just I love to see a shutout. Have a goalie turn into a brick wall.
Right.
But yeah, but also that and led the league in wins. It's Carsico.
Okay. The committee would like to award it to Evgeny Petrov.
Oh,
Sorry. Um,
you
you
have
know,
to 2 for 7 for
Yeah,
those that are
hey,
keeping track.
that save percentage, even with only 1,000 shots compared to the rest of the league, is still incredible. His 3 shutouts, by far the lowest goals against or GAA in
Yeah,
the
I
league.
mean, sub 2 is
Yeah,
also
just
that's a
absolutely
massive
insane.
stat there.
Yeah, so it just a great season from Petrov. Yeah, the team in front of him was incredible. However, they wouldn't have been as good as they were without him.
Hmm.
So huge congrats.
Yeah, congrats. Also like to say I see you, chat.
Yeah, yeah. No, we get it. Trust us. But
Yeah,
that's we don't do the voting. We're just the we're just the announcers. So
and I seriously almost said because I felt like this award wasn't as even as some of the others
yep,
for Karsico, but shows what I know.
yep. Alrighty, moving on. We've got the Vyacheslav Onoprienko Trophy for the most underrated player. And we have this is the underrated is given based on GM nominations. So the one we had a bunch of nominations this year. I think we only didn't have nominations from 3 teams, I think, which is pretty impressive given in the past we've had 3 nominations. So big props to the GMs for getting your noms in this season. But our 3 finalists are Leon's Brightus from Kelowna. We
So
have
I'd like to jump in because, well, one, he's very particular about his spelling, but also it's Leon's Briatis.
okay,
Briatis. He. There was a whole thing in the locker room.
okay, Good to know.
Yep.
We've got Angus McFife, the 18th, from Colorado, and Evil Allbrand from Newfoundland. And let me get the texts here. All right, we've got Angus McFife first. It hands down one of the most positive parts of the Colorado locker room. Feel like he once heard him refer to himself as a player's coach, and I can't agree more. For reference, he's one of our coaches in the locker room as well. The man bleeds activity and creation of involvement in any facet of the site. This is someone who doesn't just care for the team he is on, but members of the site as a whole. Never heard him say a bad thing about someone the entire time I've known him. Everything he does is positive. While many people know of him from his forum posts and chatting during Sims, I don't think enough people truly respect the man behind the meme and how positive he is for this league and any team he is on. He also carried the hell of our blue line and was always making clutch plays when we needed it most. As he would say, I'm going to win the Ono. So, very good words for McFife from Colorado.
Yeah. No, there's glowing praise. And since I'm here, I'm gonna talk about Leones for a moment since he's one of my guys.
Yep.
He's been absolutely wonderful. I mean, even going back to the lead up to the draft, we had him specifically targeted
Hmm.
as we want this guy in our locker room. We want him on the team, and absolutely paid off. He's been wonderful. He's already joined our war room.
Yep.
And was there for every single sim, talking to the team, even on things where myself or Naosu just couldn't be there because life happens sometimes. He scouts faster than the wind. With all the players that have just proved and been signing up to the Reddit draft, I woke up this morning planning to start doing some scouting, and he was already talking in our war room chat about how he messaged every single person except for 4 people who have their DMs turned off on the site.
Yeah.
So he's absolutely a constant, steady presence throughout our locker room, day in, day out, not just week in, week out. I would love to see him get this because he is absolutely incredibly deserving.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's basically what Naosu had to say as well. Was just he really stood out when you guys scouted him, and he wanted to be a scout for you guys, so you brought him in right away. And all the reviews that you've had from people he's talked to have been absolutely glowing. So that's really something to say about his personality and his willingness to help with the team and just be a friendly personality. That's huge. And
Yeah,
then our last nom, definitely not least, Evil Allbrand from Newfoundland. Uh, from the GM, we have going into the season 59 draft, we only had a need for a single forward. At the very top of our board was this one guy. Had we not had our player, we would have opted to trade out, yet sitting right there when we were picked at 34th overall was Allbrand. Having spoken to multiple members on staff, we were immediately in love with the 100% Yosh approved positivity vibes he brings to our team. Despite our high expectations, he continues to exceed them each and every day we get to spend with them. It is a fact that the SHL and sim leagues in general are predominantly North American centric community. Between the focus on activities and sims being based on EST, as a result, it's difficult for international fans to fully appreciate and participate in the same degree. Still, Allbrand's passion for the league and hockey in general still shines through from the dark depths of Australia, and while much of our locker room and site are asleep, including the fact that he came into an already established team as the only rookie for most of the season, it's amazing he's still carved out his spot on the team and in the league. As a key member of the night crew, he's a pivotal teammate who we are excited to see come by and express their excitement watching the VODs of the sim despite their offset schedule. If he was simply located in North America, I have no doubt more and more people would be aware of his infectious, easygoing attitude and energy. Experiencing sim leagues for the first time, he's been able to contribute to the league in small ways. Through submitting multiple graphics for the enjoyment of others, including the All-Star Game logos, the Philadelphia Rink, and graphics contests, I believe he is continuing to cement himself as a valuable member of the SHL. Absolutely incredible words from the Newfoundland GMs about Allbrand.
yeah. Nah, it's because I mean, even outside of North America, there's a pretty decent European community,
Hmm.
which is actually Lyon's is part of. Oh gosh, now I'm being bad and forgetting where you're from. I apologize, Lyon's. But yeah, Australia, well done.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely incredible to be able to keep up with the site and be as positive as a force as you are with being that far around the world. And with no further ado, we've got our Vyacheslav Onoprienko Trophy being awarded to Evil Allbrand. Congrats, dude! You very, very well earned and very well deserved.
I didn't say my pick, but we all know who it would have been.
Yes, yeah, it figures you choose your own guy, right?
Yep. But also congratulations to Allbrand. That readout had me rooting for you.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely incredible to have your GM that much behind you is really shows in his glowing testimony for you. Alrighty. Do we have?
Yes, you do.
He's here. All right. And to announce our all rookie team, we have not Lesbois. He is unfortunately busy this evening, but we have another member of the committee, uh, Minnesota. Fine. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. How you gentlemen doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Cool,
Absolutely
cool.
fantastic. I'm drinking wine with puppies on it.
Oh yeah, I don't even have my drink yet. I'll have to do that after this.
Oh,
I got to go get it ready.
that's right.
But I am here first to announce the all rookie team for the SMJHL this season. Very close voting, a very, very strong rookie class this season.
Yep.
But I'm here to congratulate first the forwards, Towley from the Anchorage Armada, Austin McWard from the Quebec City Citadels, Atticus Hale from the Carolina Kraken, Connor Tanner from the Vancouver Whalers on defense, along with defensive partner Tanner Fox from the Carolina Kraken, and in goal, Willie Miller from the Nevada Battleborn.
Yeah.
Congratulations to everyone.
Yeah. They all had great seasons this year.
Very much so. As much as I'd love to rib key a bit, I'll make sure I won't do it too much.
Alrighty. Well, congratulations to these rookies. For making the all rookie team. All right, and
Yeah.
now we move straight into our Asa Onrikinen trophy for our top rookie. You've got the three nominations. Two of these we just saw on our all rookie team. Tanner Fox from Carolina and Towley from Anchorage. But also added to this list is Wing Wang from Nevada.
Yeah, and so all three of these guys, I mean, after this award, they played phenomenally. I personally am very jealous of Tanner Fox getting above that mythical half a point per game threshold as a rookie.
Yeah,
Once
absolutely
again, I've
incredible.
only met it once in my career. Still have not exceeded it. I'm on my 6th or 7th season. Not salty.
No, not at all.
um, but also Towley casually putting up 44 points
Yep.
under with 12 and a half minutes a night.
Yeah. Just
Um,
an absolute monster in front of the
yeah,
net. Yeah, like just yeah, less than 12, just over 12 and a half minutes and that many points, that many shots even. Just absolutely incredible.
just it's the Ovechkin "what is defense"
Right.
train of thought. But also for the Wing Wang, who wasn't on the All Rookie team, also a wonderful season. I mean, 36 points, which actually tied them with Tanner Fox.
Hmm.
But I mean, impressive. Diving into the deeper stats, the goals for relative to the goals against were also very impressive, especially for an uncapped player.
Right.
So yeah, but all three, my pick for this one has to be Tally because 44 points with 12 and a half minutes a night.
Yep.
I'm so jealous.
I'd also like to point out Wing Wang, as a forward, had 120 shots blocked, which is absolutely incredible. Tanner Fox, who was a defenseman, only had 53. So huge props to Wing Wang for showing up on both ends of the ice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I should have called that out as a defenseman, but yeah, Wang Wang, the opposite of Talia, committed to defense, was more of a backstrom, nice two-way player.
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you think is gonna? You said Towley. You think is gonna take this one?
Yeah, that little time with that much production, I don't see how you can go elsewhere.
And the committee agrees with you. Congratulations to Towley from Anchorage on your Onrikinen win this season. Absolutely incredible. Would love to see you on the most improved list, but with a season like this, not
That's
sure
gonna be
that'll
tough.
happen. Yeah, that'll be tough to beat.
Well done, congratulations. And for those keeping score at home, I believe I'm 3 for 9, so still
right.
maintaining that 333 correct percentage, I
There
guess.
you go. There you go. Alrighty.
All right, me again here
Yeah.
with the all-star second team. Starting off with forwards, we have Noel Blanchett from the Colorado Raptors. Our most improved player, or most underrated player, sorry, Albran. Evil Albran from the Newfoundland Berserkers. Mikhail Novikov from the Anchorage Armada. And then on defense, we have Never Broke Again Youngboy from the Vancouver Whalers. Shion Okamoto from the Newfoundland Berserkers, and in goal, Olaf Karsico from the Vancouver Whalers.
Yeah. Then there's Olaf getting his shout out for his absolutely outstanding play this season. And what do you think about the rest of this list?
Yeah, no, I agree. The only thing, obvious, the underrated or the Ano goes more to the user than the player, but how can you be underrated if you're an all-star?
That's right. That's right.
I kind of want to shout out Never Broke Again Youngboy because he had an incredible season in Vancouver.
Ed was absolutely rock solid, lights out in the playoffs as well, which we'll get to that in a little bit.
He definitely made us sweat in that semifinal round, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And not only did he play well this year, but he also had an incredible season last year.
Yeah.
Didn't he win Rookie of the Year last year? Or was it?
So?
I think he did.
That sounds right, but I do not say that with certainty.
Pretty sure he did, which, just to win that, if I'm pretty sure he was the winner, and then to show up again in his sophomore season and win, or to be put on the second team All-Star is just shows incredible consistency. So.
Steve-O, we have chat saying Never Broke Again Young Boy did win it last year.
Well, there you go. Consistency is key to win awards.
Yeah, right. BRB looking at their build.
That's right. Alrighty. And now we have the Raymond Lindsay for most outstanding player as voted on by the players. This is, I hate to say it, but every year we seem to see, sort the index by points and just vote for whoever's at the top. However, this season, not a bad thing because all three of these guys had incredible seasons, absolutely incredible seasons. So our three nominees are Robert Black from Newfoundland, and then we have two Vancouver guys, Alexis St. Michel and Macris the Tater Jaeger, familiar name. What do you have to say about these guys?
Well, the first is the fun little tidbit is the J has had 4 70-plus point seasons in the FHM area. So since season 53, 3 of them are on the screen right now.
Yep.
So all 3 of these guys had absurd historic production.
Yep.
But for MVP, I mean, we talked about ASM, who had led 38 goals. Second place was only had 26.
Right. No, 32. He had 38, and
32,
second place was 32. Yeah.
I don't understand what just happened in my brain, but yeah, I knew it was 32.
That's all right.
But massive lead. I was trying to double it apparently.
Yeah.
But then yeah, I mean Macris had the most points ever in the history of the J in
Yeah,
the
and
FHM era.
1 point back of him was Saint Michel, and 1 point back of Saint Michel was Black. So like,
Yeah.
all three of
I
these
don't-
guys just had insane seasons, absolutely insane seasons. So
Yeah, I mean I'm by no means I mean to ignore Black, but
yeah,
all three of these guys had three of the best seasons in the history of the J. But just with Macris being the record setter, that's my pick.
yeah,
'Cause sometimes just most points, if it's the most points ever, they deserve the award.
it's hard to look away from that for sure. Well, and the committee disagrees with you, and congratulations to Alexis. Or sorry, no, that's the players, not the committee.
This was the
That's
league.
right, the league. The players disagreed with you. Alexis Saint Michel, congratulations on your win of the Raymond Lindsay this season.
Yeah,
Huge season.
Huge season. I mean, that 6-goal margin is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Do not want to take away from that whatsoever.
Yep.
That congratulations, very well done and well deserved.
Yep. And he was only 2 assists from being in top 10 of assists. Just to point that out. Like, or sorry, no, he was 6 back of in assists. But like, still, like that's just an absolutely incredible season to, be so balanced. He was not only scoring, but he was helping his teammates score. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not like, or the, kind of the opposite of Pierce's with the Knights a couple seasons ago, where he had like 43 goals,
right,
but like 15 assists. Like
right,
very much, it was only one thing he was doing. He wasn't facilitating, but ASM facilitating and putting him in net. Very well done.
yeah, absolutely, just an incredible season. All right, and now we have our Elias Armia Award for the Commissioner's Award of Excellence. I don't think I ever got the explanation from our commissioner on our winner. However, I do know who it is. So who do you and so to recap, we have Schwarznar and Canadis, our two nominees this year. Canadis is a name you might recognize from the absolutely mind-blowing tool that he put out this season.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, ask someone on your team for it. I can guarantee you they can provide that link to you. It's
also put out, but also like continued support, improvement, iteration.
Oh yeah, no, he's been putting out iterations on iterations of it. It started out as like a stat tracker, and he added I think the tools he added this season were a schedule generator for simmers. At the beginning of the season, he added a roster tracker for the international play. He added regression tracking. And there was something else, one other thing he added this season. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. Or maybe that was it. But like just constantly working on this tool, and absolutely incredible work. And then we have Schwarznar, who was our winner for most dedicated, and I mean it's hard to not see the the dedication to the site that Schwarz has with all the media and all of the the graphics and just the great person that they are in the locker room, that the commissioner doesn't how does the commissioner not take notice, so
yeah. And so with that though, with these are two noms, I gotta go Canadice. Because I just feel like the Commissioner Award of Excellence the tool that Canadice has come out with and continues to work on literally has capabilities to help the league function.
right, like I'm wouldn't be surprised if a link to this tool gets put at the top of the site in either this offseason or within the next few months. Like, it's so useful in so many different ways that if you have not seen it and you haven't messed with it and you haven't played with it, I highly recommend you go check it out and you'll understand why Canadus is on this list. Oh, is it already there?
Well, there we go. The Steve-O coming in with the fact checking us, keeping us honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's if it's in the drop down under more, it's the SHL Analytics. If you click on that, it can take you directly to Canadus's tool. Highly recommend you take a look at that. So
yeah, and so just as a slight differential between both of them making massive contributions to the community, Canadus literally helping the league function, I feel like is the slight difference maker. Although both of them incredibly deserving.
Yep, absolutely.
And Schwarz is speaking up, saying Canadus.
Schwarz says 10,000%. Okay, that's quite the percentage. And Canadus is our winner. Huge congratulations to Canadus, and I have to say, thank you so much for the work that you've done this season, Canadus. It's been absolutely incredible, and I know that if you got a round of applause from everyone who is here on the site, it would be a standing ovation because it's just absolutely great work.
Yep, very much well deserved, well done. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right.
Back to me.
Back to you.
So yeah, first of all, again, congrats, Canada's. No one more deserving of that. No one I could think of better to pass the Armia to than Canada's. And I'm very glad he did not go last season because he would have beaten me, and I'm very glad I got it last season. But that's just me being selfish. All Stars, first team. Very excited to announce all 6 of these. Everyone, very close votes between even first and second team and getting on the second team. It was very difficult for us to pick for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But big congratulations to our 3 forwards, Alexis SMJHL from the Vancouver Whalers, Macris the Tater Jaeger from the Vancouver Whalers, and Robert Black from the Newfoundland Berserkers. On defense, Gregory Good from the Anchorage Armada, and Alexander Balsers from the Newfoundland Berserkers. And finally, in goal, Evgeny Petrov from the Newfoundland Berserkers. Congratulations to everyone.
Yeah, not surprising names to see on this. All of these players have had their names said earlier in this show, so not surprising to see them on this all-star team.
Yep, nope, not all. Everyone deserves it. Still a little salty about Evgeny over Olaf, but
hey, that take it up with the awards committee, or I guess this one would be the all-star committee.
Yeah, so send your complaints over to Les. He'll take care of it.
That's right. There you go.
He's not here, so we can complain on the stream, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Well, a huge congratulations to our first team of all-stars.
Everyone well done all around.
Yep. Now we move on to our playoffs MVP, our Brody Witzel trophy. We have Never Broke Again Young Boy from Vancouver, Kappa Kappa from the Quebec City Citadels, and Rick Charlesworth from Newfoundland. All these guys had incredible runs in the playoffs. And what do you have to say about them?
Yeah, so Kappa Kappa led the playoffs in assists by 3, which, small sample size of game. That's impressive, especially considering that second place played 2 more games.
Right.
So that's massive contributions there.
Mm-hmm.
And we, already touched on Never Broke Again Young Boys. Mentioned their playoff earlier, but coming in at 17 points, which is 2 shy of the lead, however, in 3 fewer games.
Yeah.
And then Rick Charlesworth, granted it was a tie, but still led the playoffs in power play goals.
Yep.
So all 3 of them were leaders either on their team or throughout the entire league in pretty significant categories.
Yep.
Throughout the playoff runs. And so, I mean, with that highlighting that, I'm gonna go Kappa on this one, just because. I mean, that's not, let alone more, or written away from more than a point per game. That's more than an assist per game.
Right. Yeah. Which is incredible. It shows you that the pace that Quebec City was scoring at.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not able to get past Anchorage, but they played very very well in their series that they did play. I think a huge shout out to Never Broke Again Young Boy,
Mhm.
four power play points, and a positive giveaway takeaway ratio. That's pretty impressive. Playing very well for the Whalers in the playoffs, being that rock on defense, and still putting up more than a point per game. So a huge performance from him. You think Kappa's taking it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going with Kappa here.
All right. Well, you're wrong. Sorry. Congratulations to Never Broke Again Young Boy. Your defensive play really stood out to, or your defensive and offensive play really stood out to the committee this season. Still top 10 in goals, top 10, top 5 in assists. He just absolutely played out of his mind. And while they weren't able to make it to the finals, a lot of people will say that the Vancouver Newfoundland series should have been the finals, right? With how good both of
Mhm.
those teams were, and for him to put up that many points in only 13 games is absolutely incredible.
Yeah. No, it's very, very deserving. Congratulations, and once again, BRB copying build.
That's right. That's right. All right. And we have our award committee MVP. So this, instead of being voted on by the players, is voted on by our award committee. The Ideen Fala nominees are Gregory Good from Anchorage, a familiar name in Macris the Tater Jaeger from Vancouver, and Robert Black from Newfoundland. The only one we really haven't talked a lot about is Gregory Good. What do you have to say about him?
Uh, just that he was a shutdown defenseman that still put up 62 points.
Yeah.
Is incredibly impressive. And this is one of those things where part of the reason why we have the awards committee versus the player vote is because the awards committee goes a little bit deeper and finds a guy like Gregory Good that is absolutely deserving of the award. But yeah, I mean, it's like more or less Anchorage's goals for versus goals against 4.2 to 2.3 when he was on the ice.
Yeah.
Shots for was over 40. Shots against was under 22.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely insane advanced stats, and huge props to him for playing on all three sets. You have the even strength, the power play, and the penalty kill. Like just an absolute monster on the ice, and shown in his more than 21 minutes a night. That's just just absolutely incredible stamina wise.
Yeah, there was absolutely Anchorage relied on Gregor Good heavily and were very well rewarded because it was the right decision.
Yep.
We've talked about Macris and Robert, so don't want to go too much more into them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going with the defenseman.
Yeah.
And of course that means Gregory Good's not going to win it, but fair enough. Again, I mean, Macris still score the most points in the FHM era,
right,
in the league. So that is still incredibly impressive. It's just I need to go defenseman.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, You're incorrect again. I'm sorry.
Not surprised.
Huge congratulations to Robert Black.
Oh,
The award committee has seen your play as the best player on the best team in the league and has awarded you accordingly. An absolutely incredible season, more than 70 points in less than 17 and a half minutes a night. Like, that's the fact that he was putting up those numbers in, still first line minutes, but not an insane number of minutes. So, just an incredible season from him, and the rest of Newfoundland.
yeah. No, incredibly impressive. Well deserving. Yeah, I mean, Macris had ASM, who both were on the same team. So I think for this one, Robert Black distanced himself a little bit from Jesse Trudeau was second on the Berserkers.
Right.
With granted still point per game, but still 5 fewer points than Robert Black. So yeah, very well done. Absolutely stood out.
Yep, absolutely. And with that, we are finished with our awards. Again, huge congratulations to all of our nominees, and especially to all of our winners. I know that a lot of these were very tough choices, and just an incredible season. 3 players above 70 points. That's just insane.
Yeah. 3 of the 4 seasons in the history of the league above 70 points.
Yeah.
Very massive congratulations to everyone for another successful season, especially to Macris for setting the point record and Newfoundland for winning the 4-star. Let's run it back again next season.
That's right. Well, that's all for us tonight. I think upcoming this weekend we have the SMJHL draft, and I think on Sunday, and on Friday we have the expansion draft. So be sure to tune in for that to see how the expansion draft went on. I think that's Friday night. So if you're around, be sure to tune in for that. It should be on this channel, and the draft should be on this channel as well on Sunday.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in, and thank you, Smith, for co-hosting.
Yeah.
And everyone enjoy the rest of your evening or morning, wherever you are.
That's right. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Adios.